Okay, so our safety manager at work told us about this thing that he had been working on. I don't know where he got it from, but you put a Kleenex napkin or paper towel on across your nose like that, and then you
rolled it up,
and then you put your mask on, and it's supposed to keep your glasses from steaming up. So we're gonna see. Ethan's gonna try this today and see if it works.
I tried it at the apartment, and my glasses didn't steam up,
but there would have been no reason for them to.
That's like controlled conditions.
All right, so we're at Animal Kingdom. We are parked in Peacock, and we are like in the 3rd spot in. This is phenomenal. I don't know what row yet, but and all I can see on the ground is the word stop. So I'm gonna stop now.
For nobody here, we're finding like everybody.
What?
I said, for nobody here, we're finding everybody.
I haven't had any problems. Alright, so we got to Animal Kingdom. We went straight to Nomad Lounge, and we received it immediately. I asked for outside because it's such a beautiful day out. There were a couple of tables available, so we got to pick one. The QR code is on the table, so I'm going to scan that now. And lunch. Also?
First of all, this worked like a charm, so I highly recommend it. One of those things I wish I knew about sooner. Secondly, last time we were here, we wanted to do Nomad, but we got faked out because about 10:30 we're checking that walk-up availability thing on the app, and it said nope, as in just nothing's available. Well, one, it was 10:30 and Nomad wasn't open yet. But two, thanks to Disney Food Blog, they were saying actually just go there and see if they have availability that way, because they may not actually be using the walk-up availability thing. So that's what we did. We just walked straight there. We're a little slow out of the gate today getting here.
Tell them why.
Reasons. But anyway, yeah, so we just ended up going straight to Nomad, and we got immediate seating, so great. So this is one of the things that if you watch this channel, and you're one of the few who do, now you know. Now you're one of the insiders that know this secret trick, thanks to Food Blog that has millions of subscribers.
So Ethan turned around the QR code, and there were the specials.
Well, we can thank the people at the other table, because I think they asked something about isn't there anything else in the menu, and she's like, yeah, on the other side of the thing. What?
Oh, well, there you go.
I used to eavesdrop. So due to budget cutbacks, this is what you get when you order the coffee at Nomad.
Wrong. And I got the passion fruit vanilla iced tea. So it's passion fruit iced tea. This is vanilla syrup to sweeten it. I'm so excited.
So this whole setup reminds me of this guy I knew. He was a pot farmer. He grew cannabis. But he also had sugar cane, and I asked him what the sugar cane was for. He said to sweeten the pot.
Oh, God.
Jamie did nails.
I did actual nail art, stamping. It's an actual manicure, not just me randomly painting a nail or two. I haven't done a full-fledged manicure like this in a long time.
The question America's asking is, how was the fox made?
With stamps. And there's no penguins at Animal Kingdom, but now there is this one. And then I did a cow for the barn and a pig for the barn, and those two are not great. I think the fox came out best. All my broken nails.
Pig's seen some things.
Yeah, he had some issues.
Cannot be unseen.
Yeah, like I said, the fox came out the best, and the penguin didn't come out too bad.
The pig knows why there aren't any penguins at Animal Kingdom anymore.
Leave the pig alone.
He was there for the incident.
Look at the cow's eyes are really good. His mouth's really not here. There's the fork. See, the fox came out the best. Mm-hmm. By then I'd figured out the technique.
Yep.
That's a big pressed pot. So despite being, I would like to be gluten-free, I couldn't resist lobster mac and cheese.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll be napping in the car after this.
Yeah. I don't have the impossible sliders. Because that's what I do anymore, apparently.
Okay, lobster mac and cheese review. It's super creamy, super cheesy, really delicious. There is a ton of lobster. Look, I scooped some out for Ethan. There is a ton of lobster in this thing. Really amazing. He took a bite of his Impossible Burger, and his exact words were, "Damn, that's good."
So it's weird that the press pot is metal instead of glass, but I think it hit me why they're doing it. Besides, probably, I don't know if it's easier to clean or what. It's definitely easier to pour.
Here comes Santa. There he is. Great footage.
Did you see Santa through the grate? Well, anyway, the glass press pot thing, you have to use two hands to do it. You have to really worry about pushing down on the lid. And so I think, because I could just totally one-hand pour this literally without incident. And there must have been an incident with the glass one, so I think they switched to this. That's my suspicion.
Put the churros down, and I got this whiff of cinnamon. Oh. Okay, so first of all, still have my sense of smell. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's good.
Yep. Oh, yes. It rained while we were waiting, so that's good.
Okay, let's go play with the goats.
There's the tortoise. These guys. Two of them.
So we're sitting on Rafiki's train, and apparently there's some kind of technical issue with the other train. So we're stuck here for a little bit. They did open the gates. They said if anybody wants to get off and not wait, they can. Nobody moved. Like, everybody's just happy to be sitting and under a cover. It's not raining right now, but it did drizzle a little while ago, so could always happen again. Just really glad that we got a seat on the train and we're not standing on the platform like everybody else. Being a party of two, we did jump ahead onto the train. The two parties in front of us were 5 or more. So we did actually get a seat before those parties, which was nice. I like being a little group. So they also announced that right as they get to the Rhino barn, that the baby rhino was spotted earlier. So keep an eye out for the baby rhino. We will do that. But in the meantime, can't hear what she's saying.
To Walt Disney himself and his long-standing passion for conservation. He believed it.
It's everything we expect to see in the infection section. So, funny story, true story. Jamie cried when the news was that this opened up.
I don't even like petting things.
Leah,
Really?
see it flicked its ear and it recognizes.
Yeah, that was a...
Recognize.
Oh, maybe.
This is the black goat of the family. You gonna show me affection or what here?
I don't like touching things. things. Yoo-hoo. Meow. Meow. Scope does not seem to care.
Yep. So this is the VIP area back here. You have to have a platinum pass to show affection to these animals.
That are making her mad. Inanimate objects are also not safe.
So Jamie's prediction is that this goat specifically would be behind bars. Actually, no, there's like a whole gang of them. So it's one of these is the culprit. But it was really aggressive. So, you know. Also the alpaca. That's good money right there. So that's the whole reason why you can't touch the alpaca.
I did the easiest thing I could do. I found Jordan and asked where she was.
That's right.
Neither one of us was right.
Well, if she's not visible, sometimes it's hard to tell who the smallest one is.
Okay.
So, she was probably hiding behind the planter, made it a little harder to find.
Yeah, she was over there.
Yep.
Yes. And now you don't wear a name tag like Jordan does.
No. Somebody else would probably see one.
You have to have Platinum Plus passes to get into here.
I would not do that.
Now the record for riding Gabby is 30 seconds. So leave it in the comments what your high score is. Trying to edit out the poop here. So his goats are so agile. One was literally standing just on that little strip of, what is that? Not siding, that's not the word, molding. But it literally had all 4 hooves on it and went to that rock. So that's quite the fancy footwork. All right, so who remembers what kind of cow this was from the last time? Leave a comment. No Google. So to be a smartass, I was going to ask one of the cast members if love was in the air here, and yeah, there is. Ask me how I know. All right, so the deal, besides the love connection that is freaking everybody out right now. As you see here, it's 1 o'clock-ish, and Gabby is very concerned as to where the food is at. Leave a comment if you know where the food is at, because Gabby will subscribe to your newsletter. So we saw some cast members going behind the scenes to go get the grub. So we'll see what's going on. See, the goats are getting impatient. The alpacas had it. Gabby's ready to charge. She sent this thing flying. It was ridiculous. I wasn't filming when it happened. So wise people can take lessons from nature. So clearly when you're at a theme park, midday naps are a good idea. Also, this is the goat who stares at men. Yeah, we got to close the loop for you guys so they can see that this is what happened. So you remember him from a different video as well? He was doing target training with Gabby.
Look, Ellie, they're going to feed them.
He's very popular.
What are they eating? Okay, it's going to throw them out. Yeah, they eat and then they food. Yeah.
They're smart. They use that as
My favorite is the alpaca will go around and check like every pile to make sure she isn't getting gypped, like not one's better than the other. And then she'll finally settle. Oh yes, definitely. And she has an underbite, so she can aim her spit really well. So he's gonna feed these folks, and he will come over and feed the yard too. So they get a little excited when that happens. A little bit of activity.
Also not pictured. Just put the phone away, and meanwhile there's sounds emanating from back there, and it was something like, ah, get it off me, oh, blood everywhere, something like that. I don't know, it was pretty crazy. It went quiet right after that. So while we're closing loops before we head back to the mainland, occasionally you'll hear cock-a-doodle doodling, and
That's Orange, the rooster.
Yep.
Just make a noise.
Yep. So there's Gabby. Still. Yay! All right, they're advertising former glory, so I'm going to assume that there's no animal surgery happening at the moment.
There's a hidden Mickey up on the wall.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because I remember they were talking about that one gal.
In search of Dr. Dan. Does he exist?
Yeah. And I was like, wow, that's.
All right, so Gabby was like me at Nomad. I was so happy to be at Nomad. We matched. Also, while we're pausing between things, we're about to head back to the Rafiki train. I don't think I was filming this when the cast member was talking to us over by the goat section where they're cordoned off. Yeah, we told her that we, like lots of other people, are all hopped up on that Disney Plus Magic of Animal Kingdom show, and if you haven't seen it, you really should. It's really good. She was saying that, yeah, with being a cast member, they're assigned to different spots, and they don't get to see all of it either, so she's like, it was an experience for her to see, like, oh, that's what they do in all these other spots, or what's going on there. So it's just cool all around. I've been thinking it for weeks with that show, is that Rafiki's is totally hot right now. And I think it's because the show did a really good job of showing like what's there, what's new, Dr. Dan and all that bit. And I just think that a lot of people just didn't know what Rafiki's was. And honestly, on some visceral level, I really think because it's called Rafiki's Planet Watch, I think that probably turns off X number of people as they feel like they're just going to be preached to about, you should be recycling, that whole bit. And it's not to say that that's wrong and you shouldn't do it, but the point is, I just think that in a theme park environment where it's like trying to have fun and relax and whatever, it just comes off as just like it's going to be really preachy. And it really isn't, but branding, man. Well, now people seem to be kind of getting past that, and now they have a better grasp of like that there's stuff to see and do at Rafiki's, and it's not just some preachy thing. And so she was saying that, yeah, it used to be that it was about 3% of the park traffic went to Rafiki's. She says now it's up to about 15% after that show started airing. And yeah, I believe it. We're really seeing long lines to get here. That Now, partly there's long lines to do lots of stuff that didn't used to be there because of the pandemic. But yeah, we're seeing traffic way up here at Raffiki's than what we've normally seen in the past. Us included, because normally we're like, hey, Raffiki's, whatever. But yeah, no. It's like stepping into the show, man. So speaking of the train, before I forget, you heard more of the story than I did. What's this about sheep riding the train?
Oh, so they are training some of the sheep to ride the train so that they can go for walks around the park.
I assume this is after hours or whatever, right?
Well, no, they actually did a run this morning. I don't know what time.
Huh.
So I don't know how they're gonna. There's gonna be a sheep parade or something.
All right, well then that'll be like the
Would that
weirdest.
Be a sheepalcade?
That'll be the weirdest March of the First Order of all time. There's like nobody on I-4 right now. That's crazy. All right, one more time for the cheap seats, or people with the view from the cheap seats. Hey, Kyle. So if you haven't seen this show on Disney Plus, and you have Disney Plus, you should see it. If you don't have Disney Plus, you should get it, and then you should see this. Also, the music sounds like Mandalorian. You should also see that. There's lots going on at Disney Plus. Anyway, we plug because we love. We're not sponsored. But anyway, yeah. So we trained hard to get here, and now we're going to train hard to get off it. Nice.
It's the 4 diamonds I defeat in each room.
For the health and safety of everyone,
Aha.
eating and drinking are not permitted while in line. Face coverings must fully cover your nose and mouth and be worn at all
No
times
more
while in line in
shot
an
rhino.
attraction. Guests that do
The
not
shot rhino
comply
problem
will be
is
asked
over.
to leave. Please abide by the queue markings. Maintain physical.
Okay, it's 2 p.m. and we are literally about to walk onto the safari. We got in line at 1:59. We haven't stopped walking, and it is 2:01. And here we are.
So we're looking for the rhinos this time. Rhinos.
Welcome everybody, welcome aboard. Push them through the dense underbrush of the forest, and that's how they get around. Also on the left are a few greater kudu. These are the second tallest antelope here on the reserve. And it looks like those are female, just to a light pink color during their mating season. And there's a hippo underneath the water there on the left, going for a swim. Looks like there's another one going alongside the truck on the left as well. Just ahead of us here.
Ramming speed.
You might notice culture there in their little cave. Painted dogs are otherwise known as African wild dogs. These animals are pack hunters, meaning they communicate with each other to take down their prey. And they're some of the most effective animals at doing so. Zebra by their solid black snouts, which tells us that these specific zebra are black with white stripes. Zebra in general are social animals. They've been known to join herds of wildebeest.
I think
and
that's the
even
baby in the
giraffes
middle.
because they realize their safety in numbers. Looks like these are Maasai giraffe, judging by the pattern on their bodies. Their spots are random and irregular when compared to the reticulated giraffe, which has a more even mesh-like pattern. I am seeing a few mandrills here on our left, the largest monkey on the reserve. Mandrills are patriarchal animals, so they'll have a male alpha that leads their group. And you can tell which is the male because they'll have much brighter coloring on his face and body. Looks like there's a baby mandrill right there too. It's hanging onto its mom's chest.
Somebody's
Our
migrated.
horned oryx are sometimes called unicorn oryx because their horns are relatively brittle and they tend to break off and get stuck with just the one horn. Another lioness. Lions are some of the only social felines, forming groups known as prides, which consist of mainly females and their young, and 1 to 2 males. Also, lions will sleep anywhere from 16 to 20 hours a day, saving their energy for nighttime when their eyesight is better for the hunt. And when it comes to hunting, it's these lionesses that'll go out to hunt, while the male stays back and protects the pride. While the lion's eyesight is much better at night, during the day it's similar to a human's. They can just kind of see as far as we can see.
While she's getting
When it
the
comes to
lion
hunting,
footage,
it's
this
these
is where
lionesses
the
that'll go out
rhinos
to
would
hunt,
be,
while the male
namely
stays back
Dugan, the
and
white
protects the
rhino.
pride.
Not there.
Their own burrows, sometimes they'll just occupy the ones of animals that used to live there.
More dog action.
Just
all
saves
the
them a
way.
little bit of work.
There are rhinos
Looks
coming
like
up.
they're
So.
holding up ahead for an animal that might be in the road.
Yeah, animal on the road. Wow.
Oh yeah, it looks like there's a rhino. We're gonna come pretty close to this one on the left, so everyone just remember to keep everything inside the truck. I also did see a few ostrich eggs back.
It's the one with the ears. What does this say? So the Christmas peppermint white chocolate mousse things don't come out until December 1st. So we got the pumpkin cheesecake brownie.
From Starbucks.
Creature Comforts.
Sponsored by Starbucks.
That's right. I will show you. It's shiny. You see it be shiny? Now let's cut him in half. You see the inside?
It's a hunk of pumpkin.
It's a hunk of pumpkin love.
So at first I thought this thing was freaked out about the snake coming at it. No, it's seen some tings because look at the snake's mouth. It's not his tongue. There are children here. Alright, we missed some things last time, so we're back doing it one more time. One of the things we're looking to experience is walking on again.
Hopefully.
The video seems to have changed as well.
Okay, so this is very Jamie and Ethan. We rode the safari 2 o'clock. We walked on. We went and got a cupcake. And now it's 3 o'clock, and here we go walking on again. We want to go see the gorillas on the gorilla trail, and since there was like it was listed as a 10-minute wait for this, we decided we would hop on this to get over to the gorilla thing.
Of course, just because of how rarely anyone ever spots them. Also, off to our left-hand side, we're spotting some greater kudus. The 3 tan beige colored animals. Those look to be females because they don't. That looks like a pit of Nile crocodiles. Wow. Now, crocs are known for taking on prey bigger than themselves, including baby hippos, antelopes, and even sometimes other crocodiles. They're about as long as a giraffe is tall, which is about 18 to 20 feet long. They have strong enough to
Love how we sat on opposite sides this time and the animals switched.
It looks like the
They're
very
all on your
first animals,
side.
now that we're actually down
They
in
like
the
me.
savannah left-hand
Ooh,
side,
they're all hunting.
looks like some African wild dogs, better known as painted dogs because of those beautiful fur coats that they have. Now, African wild dogs actually have a 90% success rate when hunting. And the reason why is because they chase down their prey to exhaustion. Also, coming up on our left-hand side, looks like some African wildflowers.
And getting rained on. Every time we get on this ride, I get rained on.
Now, wildebeest get a lot of mileage as well, traveling anywhere from 500 to 1,000 miles each year. It looks like a tower beside giraffes. Now, like their relatives, the okapi, they share that long, prehensive tongue, which is about 1.5 feet long. A good way to get an idea of how long a giraffe's tongue is by looking at the top of your fingertips down to your elbow. Giraffes' tongues are also a purplish gray color, and the reason why is because they're constantly eating in direct sunlight.
So on Disney Plus, they showed the elephants going across the bridge, or trying to go across the bridge, and it's right there.
Friends, unfortunately, due to...
Alright, so the bridge goes over this red clay pit, and I just saw an elephant right at the edge of this bridge. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it or not. No. Nope. But I'm going to turn around. So you can see the bridge there?
Here's the ramp leading off of the bridge. If they're set up for that yet. There's an elephant waiting to cross it. I'm letting it through. Target acquired.
Rhino, which means wide in Afrikaans. Over the years of mispronunciation from many different people, it eventually just became white rhino, because that's what so many people believed. Now the reason why they're considered the white rhino is one, they weigh about 5,000 pounds, and two, they have a very wide strut. Something that we can do to help them out is just by spreading this information to our friends and families. It helps out rhinos a lot.
Either of you Dugan? You?
Also, coming up on our left-hand side, I've actually noticed a cheetah just on top of the hill. Animals in the world catching up to speeds of around 70 to 80 miles an hour. They're not really considered long-distance runners, but they run fast in short bursts while they're chasing down their prey. But aside from chasing down their prey, they're very calm and relaxed animals just like this. Sometimes it's very difficult to see them because their patterns help them blend with humans. Pretty much during the day, both humans and lions have the exact same eyesight, whereas at night, lions have 6 times greater eyesight. Typically, the females are the hunters of the pride, or the lionesses, whereas the males are the stay-at-home dads who take care of the cubs and protect the pride from any potential predators.
I thought you were going to catch country.
They're not actually pretty. There you go.
Really considered flyers, but they actually use their feathers to help them make stops and turns while they're running, kind of like how airplane flaps work.
So with it being rainy out, I didn't think these would be visible at the moment, but here's a colobus, just like in the show. This is like our world's closest encounter with an okapi we've had since I've been coming to the Animal Kingdom. They hide so well, they were thought to be a myth. Most recently as 2003, people didn't think that there was actually an okapi here.
Are you making stuff up again?
These are those fish from Pandora.
So cool.
If you come here at night, they glow.
Will you stop?
There's the hippo. Trust us on this. It's in a really awkward spot. in the viewing area. I don't think this one moves. I think it's audio animatronic. Because then it doesn't ever leave that perch. Have to look how it jumped off its post too. It's called I Can't Even Begin to Even.
Oh, look at Grace.
Just like in the show.
Again, yoga pose. Look at her.
Well, they said they were doing specialized training.
Everybody go on and take another step down for me, or we'll
So there's scene of the show. There's the mom.
everybody go on and take another step down for me.
There goes Grace.
So we have mom, one of our moms here on the right with her feet up. Our other mom is in the far left-hand corner. We have 4 kids. So 10-year-old daughter Lily, 2 6-year-old boys. Grace is riding on one of her.
That's Grace.
Oh yeah, it shows. Okay, and I'm fairly
Go ahead and take another step down on that.
certain this is a yoga pose.
You're moving down. That's her 6-year-old brother. She sometimes takes her in on their backs all around. Everybody go ahead and take another step down for me. So we have mom, one of our moms here on the right with her feet up. Our other mom is in the far left-hand corner. We have 4 kids. So 10-year-old daughter Lily, 2 6-year-old boys. Grace is riding on one of her 6-year-old boys. And then Grace is
Oh my God.
So Dad right now is hanging out inside the cave. You guys aren't seeing him. So we have a mom, 2 dads, and 4 kids. Same mom and dad, I think. Same dad, 2 moms and 4 kids. I think I said 2 dads. So one of her moms has one of the 6-year-old boys, and the mom with. Oh, there he is. I didn't see him.
Yep, he's had it with this rain too.
These crazy things.
Yep. He didn't get anything he wanted for Christmas. So we're heading out, but I want to see if I can catch sight of the vultures, and one's out. It's an awkward spot for filming.
It's pretty close. It's not like I'm crazy crush right now.
You stop preening.
That was filmed last year. I saw them maybe 2 weeks ago gathering sticks. I don't know if they gather nesting material more than once a year, but only a late one. So it could be like kind of around now. Did you have a favorite like one of your animals? Oh my god.
They're both out.
What?
Telling you guys. Bye, Bob. J-Pack. Well, did ya?
I want to do that. When do we get to do that? Why is it out of focus? When do we get to go on a cruise?
How about this?
No!